All right, we're live.
On my
Start right now?
Yes, we're live right now. You've been waiting for me to go live for 10 minutes. Let's go,
I'm putting the
Nate.
link up before we start.
We started already. We are live. I'll put the link up before we start too. That way we give everyone a minute to get in. Here. Smart man.
I see who's on it. The freak. How do I see who's joining our live stream? I would like to know.
I mean, I could see it because it's on YouTube.
Oh, I see. You're on YouTube. Got it.
Copy link.
I could give after this. I'll give everyone well, it's also my YouTube. It's just the Batter's Eye YouTube. I don't have a YouTube for Bleacher Talk yet. We gotta figure that out. There's some stuff we gotta work out.
No one's on it right now.
Yeah, we haven't posted it yet.
Okay, good.
Week 2.
I'm gonna read the chat, the YouTube chat.
I have the chat in OBS.
I bet.
That's why I have to stream through a third party. I'm just calling it week 2 college baseball stream.
Oh. Right there. I posted it.
I did too. I guess I'll minute. I have to put my phone on the charger if I'm gonna have my phone on watching the stream then. Making sure this is good. But we could start them in a second. Once Nate, once you settle in and you start managing it, I'll get on it as well, and then we can.
Managing what?
Are you gonna watch the stream? I'm gonna. Here, I'll have the stream on. Just make sure everything looks good. But we're good. We could start whenever, or should I go live on Instagram? So like I did last time, so it gets people in here.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, because I got people. Yeah.
All right, bet. Such a pain in the ass sometimes.
And I get to do all this work.
Yeah, I know. It's such a bad look. I can't be saying this. Week 2 college baseball podcast. Hey. All right, we're live, Nate. I'm gonna invite you. Aaron, you don't have to, but if you want to join, you could also just join and like not put your camera on. Like you could do that and just like be in the live, so you're in there if you want people in, but you don't have to. Mainly just like
that's okay. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the notification.
There we go.
How about what?
That I'm live. Lock in, yo. Lock in, Nate.
No, I am.
Lock in. It's the podcast, Nate. We're live. Let's
Ready.
go. Let's go. Let's lock in. Let's go. Energy there. Let's go. Everyone here. Who's here? Yo, what's up, Film Off a Burner? What's up, guys? We're doing week 2 of the podcast here. I'll show you the setup. Nate, join. Get in here.
I'm trying to start the podcast.
We started the podcast. We're live. Week 2. We're up on YouTube. Everybody go watch. It's on YouTube on the Batter's Eye. What's up, Theo? Nate?
No, I'm not going to do that. It's going to echo.
Yo. Mute your phone audio. That's what I do.
And what?
He said he's not going to join because it's going to echo. Mute your phone audio, and then you only have audio coming from your computer.
Turn your volume down.
That's what I'm saying. Nate, join.
I requested.
There we go. All right, so we are starting off week 2 of the college baseball weekly pod. All right. So there we go. You have it. You muted it.
Yeah, I muted him.
All right, perfect. So we'll start off going over the games from this week, but first, before we do that, just everybody watching on Instagram, we're going to go live here for about 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to head over to YouTube where you guys could follow us, and we will finish the rest of the episode off there. But first, you guys see the setup. We're live. Like I said, it's week 2. There's a couple people in here. Oh, I don't know why that just paused, but there's a bunch of people in here. We got myself, we got Nate, and we got another teammate of our Bleacher Talk team here. So, Aaron, take a second, just introduce yourself, tell us what you're doing with us, and, we'll talk about what happened this past weekend, and we'll move into the week.
Hi, I'm Erin Powers. I help out at Bleacher Talk doing graphics and photography. I'm based in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm primarily a photographer, but I also do a lot of social media stuff, graphic stuff, and kind of everything along those lines. But I shoot all sports, not just baseball, but I love it.
Yeah, and so we'll talk, obviously you'll see more of us on camera, off camera, behind the scenes on the Instagram. What's up, everybody in the live? I see you guys commenting. I hate that my notifications go off still, even with Do Not Disturb. But anyways, we will move right into the first weekend, where we'll take a segment somewhat inspired by our guys at 11.7 Baseball. Shout out to Ben and Jack, who I watched you guys doing this segment this morning. And we'll take a little bit of, they need more Tommy John content. Hey, I agree, Tommy John. I agree. So we'll start off with 4 teams that, a couple teams that impressed us and a couple teams that didn't. And we'll start off the weekend, or the week on a note where, what teams impressed you? And we'll start with Nate. Just give us a couple. Give us a little bit of an explanation as to why. And then, we'll go around the table and then have, our thoughts about everyone's teams that we gave.
Okay. So my first team is Ole Miss. I feel like they impressed me the most out of everyone. So they got run ruled, looked bad, 15-5, but then they came out the next day, put it to them, 10-0. So I feel like bouncing back from that, I feel like they really impressed me with that, and I feel like they're a team to watch out in the SEC. They're a sleeper, and they have a lot of what's it called?
A lot of
power
talent.
behind it. Yeah, I think they have one of the best lineups in the SEC, and that's the team that impressed me the most.
That's your team.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you have any other teams you want to talk about? We can give 2 or 3 if you have. If you want to just go one and we can go around the table, we can do that.
We'll do one around the table.
All right, perfect.
I agree with Nate. I got to watch Ole Miss this weekend at Globe Life in Texas, and that was a really cool matchup, just seeing them progress over the 3 days. They looked a little rough, and they came out big, especially after Clemson came out big against Arizona. It was cool to see both sides of that. But, yeah, no, I agree. I think Ole Miss has a lot of potential to be really good and definitely a big name this year.
Yeah. Those are 2 teams. Those are a team. Whoa. That is a team that impressed. I don't know why. That just floated through my head. I went 2 people, 2 teams, but it was the same team. Not to hate on Ole Miss. I'm not just gonna give love to one team. They did really have a good weekend, like you guys said. But team that a different team that impressed me, and they talked about it a little bit on 11.7, but they didn't want to go into it much because of the top level of a team that it is. And I want to detail it because UNC swept Texas Tech, and I think that doing that at that level of competition is a very impressive thing. And they did it convincingly. I mean, they had no full-on hate. Oh, I'm so confused on what that comment means. But anyways, what they did, I think, was super impressive to me. Going out there, beating a team that I think is going to finish pretty good in the Big 12. I mean, they might be in the top 5 up there. They have some talent. TJ Pompey showed out in that series, and even what he did, even with what their hitting could do, it wasn't enough. UNC played really good baseball this weekend, and you're not going to be able to beat them on a Friday night 9 times out of 10 because Jason DeCaro is just that good. So, yeah, for the rest of their rotation to pull through for the rest of the weekend and for the bats to continue, I mean, they showed a lot of experience. They brought back a lot of that team that went to Omaha last year, and they're going to be really good. They impressed me a lot playing a good team week 1.
Yeah.
Nate, any other teams you want to talk about before, we can't just highlight.
Like you said, they didn't no one played a good team this weekend, but I don't think that matters. Wake Forest looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
doing what they did against Rhode Island.
The one thing that I do want to say about that is now, then they come out yesterday and they get shut out in the midweek, which, yes, it happens every now and then. I mean, midweeks are going to be midweeks. There's going to be some crazy things that happen. But it's a little interesting for me to see that, they do that and then they go out and they get shut out like that. So I'm not sure. I mean, they impressed me in the weekend and then they looked bad yesterday. I think a team that I want to talk about is Michigan. Everybody's super high on them right now. They're the talk of the weekend. Everyone's, hoping for them to get ranked. We ranked them. Some other sites didn't. I think they're a really good team. Coming out there beating Virginia and then going 3-0 for the rest of the weekend. I mean, that was really impressive. What do you guys think, Nate? I know specifically you were super high on Michigan as well.
Yeah, I think Michigan. I wasn't like as high as them coming into the year, but they looked amazing. Like what they did against Virginia and Henry Ford and shut him out all game.
Nate, no one's texting you in the comments. You can look up.
Yes, he was.
I know.
I love you.
I know.
But like what I said, Michigan, they looked good all week.
I was really impressed by Arizona State. They played Ohio State. I feel like they did a really good job. Obviously it was home, and so I think they did really well. And then they also beat Austin Peay. So good.
Yeah. Arizona State. Even Ben Jacobs went out there as the Friday guy, and he looked good, but that Michigan Virginia game was wild, yeah. But he looked good, and even so, like letting up 4 runs for a Friday guy, they aren't a team that gets that much run support. They walked it off, I think Saturday night. Like they played some close games. They played some good games against Ohio State, another team who I think is actually gonna be decent in the Big Ten this year. But yeah, Arizona State just found a way to win games this weekend. They were really impressive in my eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a big opponent for them.
Yeah. Here I see the comments. Thoughts on Tennessee State?
Me?
Anyone? I didn't watch Tennessee State.
I didn't watch.
Thoughts on Justin LeBron? Justin LeBron, I think Alabama's really good. I think it just depends on how he puts it together in SEC play, and it depends on if Riley Quick can continue looking that good. If he can, they're a team that you could watch out for when it comes to the SEC tournament. Clayton said, hot take: Southern Miss is the best team in Mississippi. I don't know how hot. I don't know how hot that is, honestly.
I agree.
Yeah, I kind of agree especially after yesterday.
Mississippi State looked rough.
Mississippi State looked really rough yesterday. The Bats were dead.
They looked amazing the weekend before.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play some competition, and it was a little worrying.
Miss, they would go to extra innings, sneak out with the walk-off home run. So,
hey, Judd Uttermark, have yourself a damn day. Mm-hmm. That kid went crazy yesterday. 2 home runs, stealing home. Southern Miss versus Louisiana Tech this weekend. That's a great series.
That's going to be a good matchup, yeah.
Y'all lost me at Alabama State. No one said Alabama State. What? Woo, we suck again. Yeah, Mississippi
Speaking of
State.
teams that look good, I feel like Florida looked amazing this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the top teams, other than Virginia, like the teams that you really expected to look good looked really good. Other than that one game Arkansas had that was close that they walked off, like
Duke looked awful. Duke did not.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that because we'll talk about the specific teams that just weren't. Yeah. We'll talk about teams that didn't impress us in a second, but teams that impressed me, Florida was one of those teams. Liam Peterson looked really good. So did Pierce Capola. 12 strikeouts with only 70 pitches.
5 innings of work.
Yeah,
coming back
with only 70 pitches. Yeah, shout out Hustle for that video. I know you're in here watching because that's how I knew that off the head. I just saw that video right before we hopped on.
I saw it too.
Yes. Dude, yeah. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. Duke looked awful. We'll talk about it right now with teams that didn't impress us. We'll just segue right into it with Duke. Dropping 2 of 3 to Cincinnati was rough, and Cincinnati proved that they're a top 25 team. Yeah, hold up. Before we keep going with that, I just have to read that stat, Nate. I know you're looking at that in the comments. Florida only walked 3 guys all weekend compared to 54 strikeouts.
Yeah, dude, Florida's rotation is elite. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think everybody that said Florida is going to be overrated this year.
Oh no, dude, no. I think Florida makes it fine.
I think Florida.
As long as Sully's there, they're going to be fine.
I think Florida's Omaha team this year, but
they are.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go right back into this. Teams that didn't impress us, and we'll start with Duke. Dropping 2 out of 3 to Cincinnati, that was rough. Obviously, even the one you won, it wasn't a pretty game. It was not a good win. Wallace Clark walks off in the 12th inning. That's a disgusting game. And it's difficult to watch right now for Duke. Even yesterday, it was rough against UNCW. So, Nate, what's your thoughts? What's next for Duke? What do they got to do to right this and fix things?
I feel like their pitching didn't look good.
And that's what I liked yesterday. Healy looked good yesterday.
Yeah,
he came back and looked good yesterday, so hopefully he slots back in the rotation. But go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
But I feel like they just pitching. Their hitting was fine. They're putting up runs to win the game, but they're just giving up 19 runs a game. Like, you're not going to win a ball game doing that. So.
No, yeah.
I mean, they're getting killed to everything. Small ball bombs. I mean, Cincinnati hit, I think, they had like 6 sack bunts. They had hit by pitches, walks. I mean,
Cincinnati did everything right to win the game.
Cincinnati, I saw the ridiculous stat. I mean, there was that Instagram post that went pretty viral. Went around the baseball community, I guess you could say, with the stats from that series. And Cincinnati killed them. They deserve to be ranked. They impressed me. That's another team that we didn't really talk about just because we knew we were going to talk about how bad Duke was that weekend. Now what I'm going to do, guys, for those of you still watching on Instagram Live, we're going to move over to YouTube because my phone is overheating, so we need to get off it. Thank you, guys. Move over to YouTube. We'll be there for another, 20, 30 minutes, hopefully. We'll see you. That works. So, yeah, Duke's a team that disappointed. Anybody else?
Team that disappointed. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona looked awful.
Awful.
They didn't win a game. It looked flat.
Their pitchers were not doing it for me either.
Brandon Summerhill can't do everything by himself.
No, yeah. That's the one good arm they have. And you can only pitch so many pitches.
I never really understood the hype coming into them. Aiden, you want to talk about that? I didn't understand the hype coming into the season with them at all.
I mean, they don't
have a pitching staff. They have hitters.
All right, I get you. First of all, let me read out the actual stats. Hold on, because Arizona's starting pitching on, I think it was Saturday.
The only players that really are impacting that team is Mason White.
All right, Smith Bailey went 4 scoreless with 5 strikeouts on Saturday against Louisville.
That's Louisville. Louisville's, I'm not high on them either.
I don't know. Never mind. All right. Well, they won 10-0 yesterday. I don't know. I know they're not as good as obviously.
Yesterday?
Huh?
Yeah, they played New Mexico.
Okay.
They won 10-0 against New Mexico yesterday. In a midweek. It obviously, that's an expected result. Good for them to get back on track with a much needed win. But yeah, you're right. They had a rough weekend, and I mean, Nate, I think we all know, and I've said it a million times, and it's not like I don't hide it. My hype behind Arizona is just biased because Brendan and I are as close as we are. Like, it is just bias. I've said that a million times. But, he's going to do it all. They're going to get back in the rankings. I'm saying it. I'm kidding. They can't do it. He can't. I don't think
they're not going.
I don't think he can.
Once they have some arm step up.
I want it to happen, bro.
Getting out of that because they have nothing.
I want it to happen though. I need him to do it. I need him to do it. Hey, who's watching us? I gotta manage the stream, but it's not working. All right, I see it now. Perfect. We got it working. Other teams that disappointed. We have Arizona. We have Duke. Do we want to put any other teams in there? Virginia didn't look great, but they pulled it back together. I don't think there's something that I'm super worried about yet. They dropped in my rankings, but I'm not super, super worried about them. Nate, anybody else that disappointed?
Trying to think. Not really that I can think of.
I'm trying to think also. I mean, if you want to say San Diego getting swept by TCU
San Diego
at
did
home,
look, against TCU. Yeah.
But that's
also,
a tough
I just looked it up,
matchup.
and Tennessee State doesn't have a baseball team.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
they don't have a baseball team.
It was a joke, yeah.
That used to live to.
I was like, what?
So, all right. Well then, with that being there's no other teams that really did. It was opening weekend. Not many teams did disappoint.
Austin P disappointed me. I was really, really high on Austin P coming into the year with what they did last year.
Yeah, that's true. They had a big year last year, and I thought that they would also follow that up.
Finished with over 110 home runs. I mean, looked
No.
awful.
They did not look good against Arizona State.
Nope, they looked
Played
awful.
them. I think that was Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure, but they didn't do very well against Arizona State either.
Oh yeah, it wasn't great. All right, so with that, we can move into players that had big weekends. Our players of the week, we had Merrick Houston for hitter of the week. He went off. Simply put, he just destroyed the pitching that he faced this weekend. Hit a grand slam in I think it was Friday. He hit a grand slam in game 1 and a home run in game 2. Solo shot in game 2. Maybe it was Saturday, but it was the first time they had that doubleheader. He went yard in both those games. He went yard in the next day. He had himself a week. Other guys that had good weeks, Noah Franco, definitely. I mean, not necessarily up there for hitter of the week, but shout out Noah Franco was in consideration for a freshman of the week. Who else was? Oh, Brody Dene. He had a good week for Florida.
Dax Whitney.
Well, we'll talk about our freshman of the week, but let's who else had good weeks for hitters? Other hitters that
I was really impressed by
Derek
RJ
Freedom.
Austin. I got to watch him Monday and Tuesday, but then he also did really well this weekend.
Yeah.
And
RJ had
it was
a good
like, I think it
weekend.
was the first pitch of the game. He took it for a double.
Yeah.
And then had pretty consistent batting after that. And then he did really well yesterday against Air Force. He had, I think, 2 RBIs maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, RJ had a good start to the year. I did see that as well. Sam Tackett had a great start to the weekend. I saw that. Who else? We had a couple guys that had we just highlighted. Who did we highlight just now? Alex Calarco. Holy cow, he had a crazy weekend for Maryland.
Daniel Dickinson had a good week.
Daniel Dickinson did have a good week. I'm moving to pitchers. So Nate, talk about our pitcher of the week. Your
Freshman,
team.
like
Your pitcher of the week. Your pitcher of the week.
Yeah, Brandon Stuprich. Yeah, he looked amazing. He's a 5th-year senior coming back. He could have went to the draft last year.
Damn,
but he
Unk.
What?
Hey,
5th-year senior.
I know he's gonna be
13
watching.
strikeouts
I
in
know
5
you're gonna
innings.
show him this too. Tell him he Unk. What the? Get
13,
drafted.
I'm not done.
All right, go ahead.
I-
No, I
keep
know
going.
he's nice though.
13 strikeouts, 70 pitches, 1 hit, 0 runs. He looked amazing. Fastball's 89, 91. It's nothing crazy. He can spot up. He's like Greg Maddux. I call him Greg. He's Greg Maddux. He can spot up. He's not going to overpower anyone.
I like it. Hey, he's nice. He had 13 strikeouts. What? How many hits he gave up? 1 hit.
Just one.
1 hit. Any walks? No walks.
Nope. Only one. No, 1 walk. He hit a batter.
He deserved that shit.
But that's it.
All right. Well, that's great. Good performance for him. Clap it up for him. Pitcher of the week. Other pitchers that had good outings, and we're not going to include our freshman of the week in this, but we'll go. Jamie Arnold I think he had 12 strikeouts.
I'm not trying to be biased, but LSU's whole starting rotation had a great
LSU
outings.
whole starting rotation did have good outings. You were all right. Liam Doyle had himself a good outing. Who else had himself a good outing?
Aiden Kanak was doing amazing.
Well, Aiden Kanak started off great.
Aiden Kanak,
He
6
started
strikeouts, 6
off
batters.
amazing. He struck out the first 6 batters. He retired the first 8, and then he faced some struggles. Patrick Forbes had himself a day. He went 5 scoreless, striking out 11. Like we said, Pierce Capola had a good game. That was it. I mean, there's a lot of pitchers, a lot of
Connor
pitchers showed
Madison
out opening
From
weekend.
GCU.
Yes, shout out Connor. Connor will be on with us soon. Maybe next week. We'll figure that out. And then our freshman of the week was Dax Whitney out of Oregon State. He went 5 shutout innings with no runs, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts in his college debut. So congratulations to Dax. Give that to him. I mean, this kid is going to be a top 10 draft pick come 2027. He's
disagree.
unreal. He's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel bad for these kids that go to bumblefuck Iowa that have to do high school algebra and then go out there and face him for high school baseball every day. Like, holy shit, these kids were living hell the last 4 years having to deal with him on the mound. That's insane. And he did what he did at Iowa. I mean, he went, what, I think he had like a .2 ERA last year at like in his high school
high
ball.
school?
Yeah, in his high
that's
school
not
ball,
fair.
and he went and did that, and he took what he did there, and he's bringing it straight to Oregon State. And I mean, he made UNLV hitters look like absolute fools. It was so fun to watch. I watched it live. Thank you for my guys who got me the Flow Sports login, and we were able to watch that, and it was great to see. Dax had a performance. Other freshmen that popped off this week. Nate, talk about your guys.
Derek Curio looked amazing.
Yeah.
True freshman for LSU, starting left field, my bad. He started left field. He looked amazing. Second hole, went yard too. Could steal a bag, stole a bag. So, I mean, he can really do it all. He's kind of a five-tool player. He's what I think of a five-tool player.
Yeah, and then also talk about William Schmidt, the other LSU freshman.
He didn't see much action, but
Yeah, he
looked
threw.
good. He looked good for the time he saw. Who I'm more impressed with Maverick Rizzi, the freshman for LSU.
Yeah,
Three strikeouts. He caught 3 batters all week. 3 strikeouts, 10 pitches. I mean, you can't do much better than that.
Yeah, no, not at all. And then another freshman that I want to highlight, someone that just because he is not hitting home runs yet, you haven't seen him. But Rintaro Sasaki had himself a weekend, hitting .429 with a 1.03 OPS. He had 6 hits, 2 doubles. He had 8 RBIs on the weekend. I mean, yeah, pretty self-explanatory that he had himself a weekend. Again, Noah Franco hit 300 with 2 home runs, including the 450-foot home run that went viral off the top of the dorms in San Diego. I mean, the face says it all. I mean, that was ridiculous. There was so many freshmen that showed out this past weekend. But, Dax Whitney, freshman of the week. What else do we have? Oh, speaking of Alex Calarca, follow me back on the gram.
Yeah, he followed me too.
Yes, sir. Shout out, Alex. Hope you're watching. I was just on it. I was looking at stuff.
All right, what else?
From there, we move to what do we want to go to? We want to do our power rankings. So
Yeah, we can do each our power rankings.
we
all
each
three.
want to do our power rankings. I was just gonna say, why don't we
10, just 10.
come together with like a cumulative like?
No, because I'm not gonna agree with y'all. I have mine.
Yeah, I know
Okay,
you
let's
already made
leave it to
yours.
me.
Yeah, you could start since you already made yours. But explain. But you have to give us some reasoning. Don't just say why LSU is number 1 because you already posted it, and then you're gonna give me that face. You're gonna be like LSU.
Well, now I look stupid posting it because I posted Mississippi State at number 10
Well,
because they looked amazing this weekend.
all right. So do you want to rework it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna reword it right now. I was just gonna go off my head.
All right. So do you
Do
not
I go
want to
first?
start? So you
It's
don't
your
want to
way
start?
Actually, I got an idea. We could each do like our 10. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
do
Like
10,
we go up. We
number
go in
10 is-
order. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go in order. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, you're up first.
Yo, low key,
Okay,
I have
first-
our segment to end it with too. I have our ending
All right, that's good.
segment.
All right, Aaron's
Okay.
up first.
I feel like this is kind of across the board. Texas A&M first.
No,
Are we doing
you're-
teams or doing
we're
We're
players?
talking
going
about
number
we're
10.
going 10 to 1.
Oh, we're at the bottom. We're starting at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Oh no, we could start
Okay.
low key. Starting from the top is probably smarter because I feel like it's clear consensus.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
we can
How
start
am
at
I
the
s-
we
yeah.
can start at the 1. Start at the 1.
I'm putting Texas A&M at my number 1. I feel like that's kind of a common thing. I'm excited to see them throughout the season and all of the people that they play. I feel like they'll do well.
Yeah, I had Texas A&M my 1 in the rankings. But just to switch it up, I'm gonna put Tennessee at my 1. I know you're gonna put LSU at your 1. I'm just putting Tennessee at my 1 because Texas A&M had a close game against Elon. They looked like
Elon's a good team.
I know Elon's a good team, but they struggled a bit in times where I didn't think that they were going to struggle. Texas A&M just cruised through the weekend, cruised through yesterday. They're hitting bombs like it was last year. I mean, Gavin Kylan is the perfect Christian Moore replacement. I think them and Texas A&M are my two clear and away, favorites right now. But LSU's my good second. They're not that
Number
far
one,
behind.
LSU. Quite obvious. We have the best lineup in the country, best pitching staff in the country. I can talk about us for hours and I won't get bored. That's how fun we are to watch.
Dude, this man plays baseball for a different school. 30 minutes away from LSU. Like, he plays against LSU this year.
Okay.
Nate's gonna be like the bat boy. Like, Nate's gonna be grabbing their bats, like throwing it back to the dugout, being like, "Good hit, Chris." Like,
Well, okay, well, back to what I was saying. Thank you. I'm not done. We have the best rotation in the country. We have Chase Shores. Who's better than Chase Shores? Jamie Arnold, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? Jamie Arnold, Tyler
Kate
Bredner.
Anderson, best lefty in the country besides Jamie Arnold.
Okay. Ryan Prager looked good too.
We're stacked 1 through 9. We don't have Ashton Larson starting. Just think of that.
I know, and that's criminal.
Ashton Larson would start at Texas A&M. He would start at Tennessee.
Ashton Larson would start at any other school in the country. I know.
Yeah, I know. We don't have a starter because that's how good we are.
I know. I mean,
That's
it's also because he's limited to playing the corner outfield.
Yeah, no, he's not fast at all.
Well, I know, but
I think we should DH him, but
I mean,
like a Bryce Harper. He's like a Bryce Harper.
a little bit, I guess.
All right, so that's my number one.
I'm putting Tennessee at my 2 because I'm a Tennessee fan.
Your voice just
I
died.
know. I don't know what it's dead. Yeah, I'm putting Tennessee at my 2.
That just like that was really random. That like cut out of nowhere though. Your voice was fine until then. You could get yourself water. I could like pause the stream. Like I can end.
No,
it.
I'm good.
I mean, I'm also recording. Like, I could also just post that. All right, you have Tennessee at your 2. I have A&M at my 2 then. They're just not my 1 because I'm being a little different, so they're my 2. But yeah, Aaron talked about them. They're a really good team. I don't have much else to say. Nate.
Is Button? I have Florida at my 2.
Oh,
That's not even awful.
it's not awful. It's just kind of higher than I was.
It's just funny. It's just funny because you're doing it to like rage bait, and you're
No,
just
I'm dead serious.
No, I know, but you're just doing it
Like
to
a lot of
because.
people put Florida a lot lower in their ratings.
Florida's
Like,
at 2.
I mean, they're not a lot lower for me, but they're not 2. They're not a lot lower. They're just not.
I feel like they have one of the best rotations in the country.
I
Okay.
agree with you, but I just don't think their lineup is as deep as the other top schools in the country.
Nah, I feel like their hitting needs to step it up a little bit if you're gonna put them at 2.
What?
I agree. I think they lost a lot.
They hit the ball amazing last week.
They hit the
they-
ball amazing, but not as good as some other schools did.
Because other schools are playing schools from who knows where. Can you tell me where Elon is located at?
It's in
Yeah.
South Carolina.
She did her homework.
I
She didn't know that.
I did.
No, you didn't. But back to what I was saying. Florida's number 2.
Okay.
Your turn. She did her homework. Good for you.
Okay, maybe to go off of what Nate said, I'm gonna put Florida State at my 3.
Okay. Why is that so crazy? I don't think that's ridiculous. I'm gonna put Florida at my 3.
I was impressed
I
by
was
this.
waiting.
I
I was
feel like
waiting
they
my
did a
turn.
lot.
All
For
right,
an ACC
that's
team.
fine. Yeah, no, they're good. They're really good. I get that. I'm gonna put Florida at my 3.
Okay.
Nate said, "Oh, I'm just doing this
You're
to
giving
piss."
me help for putting them one spot above you.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just doing this to. I'm honestly, to be completely honest with you, I'm just doing this to piss you off because. Yeah, I'm just doing this to piss you off because of that. So they're gonna go under Florida at my 4, but I'll talk about that later. But Florida goes to my 3. I think Liam
Number
Peterson
3,
could win.
num-
I'm
is my
not
turn?
done. I'm not done. Shut up. I think Liam Peterson could be pitcher of the year in the SEC. I think he has, star potential right there. He went crazy. What's the crazy for? He went nuts on opening day. He had 12 strikeouts. He had as good an outing as anybody else in the SEC. So I don't know why me saying I think he wins SEC pitcher of the year is so crazy. He has potential to do it. one of the best in the country. Yeah, their pitching's better than anybody. Kevin O'Sullivan's one of the best coaches in the country, and they have him at 3 right now going into this week. But they're not my third-ranked team. They're just third in my power rankings.
Okay.
Go ahead.
3, I have Texas A&M. Don't want to talk about them too much. I don't like them. So, but they're 3. They have a good lineup. They have Jace, Player of the Year. Gavin Grohawk, he could be drafted first round if he could this year. So.
Yeah.
Okay, my 4 is kind of a crazy take, but I'm going to put Clemson. I feel like they fell on some things this week, like some of their pitchers didn't come to play, but I was impressed by them otherwise, and I feel like they had a solid game against Arizona, even though Arizona didn't do that well. I was still impressed, and I think that they'll definitely have some good games coming up. And they have that Clemson Invitational this weekend.
They're playing right now.
They're playing, yeah, that's what I thought. They have their Clemson Invitational this weekend, and I feel like that's going to go well, and it'll be interesting to see how they do there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch in my opinion, but like I could put them in my top 10. Like I could rock with them in my top 10. So it's not super outrageous, but for me, my 4 is LSU.
Okay.
I don't enjoy talking about them around Nate. So Nate, go ahead.
Well, we're on number 4. My number 4 is Tennessee. I don't think they have the pitching staff to make a deep run.
So their pitching's elite.
I don't even know if they're going to make it to Omaha.
Okay.
Their staff I don't think their pitching staff's as good as it needs to be. Their hitting's amazing. It's always been amazing. They've always been a hitting team.
Yeah, that's true.
I can understand that.
I haven't ranked LSU yet, so I'm putting LSU as my 5.
Might as well not even rank us at that point.
Okay, sorry.
Because we're a top 2 team.
You're my 5.
Yeah, they were my 4, so it's not that far off. Why are you looking at me like that?
Wait, what number are we on? 5?
My 5 is Oregon. My 5 is Oregon State. They really impressed me this weekend. Gavin Turley had himself a weekend. Trent Caraway went off this weekend. Dax Whitney went off this weekend. I mean, everybody did their thing, and they're going to be a good team this year. I think they might finally get to Omaha this year and make a run at it. So I have them at my 5 right now.
Yeah, I have Oregon State at my 5 too, if I'm going to be honest. I like what Age said. Yeah. That's it.
Going off of that, I'm going to put Oregon State at my 6. I saw one of their games. I didn't watch much of it, but I was impressed by what I saw.
Yeah.
Where'd you watch it at?
Online. I just looked it up on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you went to the game.
No.
Okay.
Am I what is this? This is 6. Am I 6? I'm gonna go Florida State. They had a interesting weekend considering like the people that you thought would
I cannot hear him.
You can't hear me?
What?
There we go.
Oh. I was gonna say. You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. What happened?
I can hear you.
No, I know. I know you can.
What's wrong?
No, her audio cut out, I think.
Who, Aaron? Can Aaron not hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna have to leave and rejoin. Alright, that's fine. But, alright. 6. I got Florida State.
Alright, cool. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I got Florida State. What was I gonna say? The people that haven't been like, I guess not everyone that you expected to make headlines made headlines. Like Hunter Carnes didn't go yard and none of that, but they had a good weekend. Wes Mendez looked good. Jamie Arnold looked good. I think they're just fine without Cam Leiter, as unfortunate as it is that he's not pitching right now. We could keep going. We'll just get her back when we get her back.
All right. 6, I have Georgia, the Bulldogs. They can hit the ball. Slay Alford, he breaks. He's as good as anyone else in the country. Devin Obie, he looked good his first week with the new team. And their pitching, Brian Gurley looked, he's crazy. Brian Gurley,
That guy
he's crazy. He's up to 100. making it look easy. So
That guy.
I feel like even though they dropped one, I'm not worried about that at all. I feel like they're a top 10 team easily.
Mm-hmm. Are you back? We good?
I'm back. I'm gonna put Florida at my next. I think we're at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 5.
No. What are you talking about? We're
No.
at 5. You just did your 6.
Oh, I thought that was 5. Okay, then there's 6. All right, never mind. 7.
Yeah. So my 7's Florida. Same reasons y'all said. Impressed. Wasn't super impressed, but I feel like they'll definitely have some good matchups. I'm very critical.
Yeah, Nate's judging people.
Nate's
How
not
can
enjoying.
how can you not be impressed by them?
I was impressed, but I
You just
wasn't
said
like,
very
oh my
impressed.
gosh, they're amazing.
That's what I was like, but okay.
Really? Okay.
You think Clemson's better than them?
Yeah.
He's saying that because of Coach Falder. I know what she's doing. Yeah, I know exactly. See?
Wait, what'd you say?
He's saying that because of Coach Falder, Coach
Oh.
Eric.
Oh.
If Sullivan followed you, they'd be up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that move, Nate. Okay, next.
I'm saying like they would be up there. So like, you're just biased. You're just like Blaine. You and Blaine will get along.
Next.
You and Blaine will get along.
Yeah, so we can hang out.
Okay. All right. Where are we at?
No, and no one gets along with Blaine. Blaine's a terrorist to society. I'm
just saying she's biased. So.
Yeah, that's fair. What would you just give Florida your 7? All right, my 7. I'll go. I guess here's where I'll put like Virginia. I guess it's because they probably were. Or actually, no. I'll go UNC before I put Virginia. Here's where UNC will go in my list. They had a really great weekend. So I already talked about them. So I don't have much else to say.
7. I got UNC 2 probably. They looked good against Texas Tech. Swept them. Jason DeCario looks like one of the best pitchers in the country.
Dude, he's only 18 years old as a sophomore. He's a year younger than me. And
still not drafted.
Yeah.
He still has another year.
yeah, dude, he's going to get drafted at like 19 years old or barely 20 years old.
He's
With
19
3
years.
years.
He's 6'6".
Yeah. Nah, he's nuts.
No, I was impressed by him as well.
Shout out to him. After that, I can't.
I feel like I'm also gonna go with that. I kind of forgot about them. I'm gonna put them in my 8.
That's fair. At my 8, like you said, they played my school, so I had to watch both the games against them. I watched Georgia quite a bit this weekend, and it was an interesting watch. On the one hand, you know, not everyone hit like I thought they were going to, but like they put it together when they needed to. I thought I was going to see a little more from Trey Phelps, who has obviously, a lot of pressure on him as the Georgia Bulldogs' best player. He was great through the postseason last year, and now he's picking up what Charlie Condon left for him. Why I say Trey Condon, but it just looked like a little bit of a struggle at the plate for him this weekend. So I'm interested to see what happens, but I'm sure he'll be good. He'll recover and move forward. They're a great team. Like you said, Slade Alford absolutely pimped the ball last night. I think that ball went like 435 feet. There's not much else, Georgia's good. They got Colton Smith as well, Brian Curley. I mean, they're a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Johnson, I want to see more Wes Johnson perp walks. I said I want to see more Wes Johnson perp walks. Keep getting ejected. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw he got ejected.
You saw it? No, but did you see that? Did you see the clip of him getting walked out? Did you see the clip of him getting escorted out of the facility by the security guard? He got escorted out of the Kennesaw State Stadium and back to the team bus by a security guard, and just a video of him like this walking out of the stadium, like he was.
Okay, where we at? What, am I up?
You're up. It's 8.
Yeah.
You're 8.
My number 8, probably. I don't know. Probably Wake Forest, for being honest for me. I'm high on Wake Forest. I don't care if they lost the other day. They looked amazing all weekend. They could hit the ball. Got the best infielder, arguably, in the country.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My 9, I would put Vanderbilt just because I saw a lot of them this weekend. I feel like they have all. Why is Nate laughing at me?
It's.
I'm not laughing. I'm just. I can name 20 teams better than Vanderbilt.
I can name 20 teams, but I was really impressed by them, and I feel like coming into the season, they'll definitely have some good games. I think they play Texas A&M soon and a few others.
3-0 sweep.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I think that they'll definitely, I don't know, I'll be impressed to see what they do. And I was impressed this week. They have a lot of pitching depth, and honestly, we're really strong on base running as well. They were stealing almost every inning.
Yeah. I think Vanderbilt's like right outside my top 10, but they're close. I think a team that I would put instead that I'm going to put at my 9 is Arkansas.
Okay.
That's good. That's good pay.
Gabe Gagle, I mean, he looked like the leader of their rotation, and so did, everyone showed out. Arkansas can pitch. You know that they have a pitching lab there. And so, it's just like putting it together, and they did that so far throughout opening weekend. Ryder Helfrich, who struggled last year, looked great so far. Aloy looked good. The other Aloy looked good. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not going to say it. But, Arkansas is my 9. They're really good.
My 9 is Oregon. Oregon looked great. We didn't talk about Oregon. Oregon looked good this week.
Yeah.
Mason, he looked amazing.
Hey.
They all good. Hey. They even looked good on the field. Looked good, play good. So.
Hey.
Bonus points for that.
I might have to just because you mentioned Mason, I might have to send that. I might have to say something for Mason. Hey, my fucking brother.
I'm not done.
No. I'm gonna do it. You mentioned Mason.
Cool.
You
can do that when I'm done.
I'm not saying. I'm sending something later. That's my brother through everything, and what he went through at Arkansas to be killing this shit now at Oregon. I'm so happy for him. Go ahead.
We're done?
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else to say.
So why are you giving me an attitude?
All right, number 10, Aaron.
I may also take Arkansas. Obviously, same reasons, but I was impressed by them. I don't know if they're.
Vanderbilt's better than Arkansas?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I don't think Nate likes my opinions, but I feel like they're both really strong teams, and I'm interested to see where they go throughout the season. Obviously, it's early, but I feel like they both have strong rosters.
Yeah. I could definitely get behind that. I think in my 10, I'm going to put Wake. Like I said, if we're really kind of going off of what happened like last weekend, I'm going to put them there. I know they lost yesterday, but UNC Greensboro, like, they beat Wake last year too when they did this same stretch. They played the tournament and then went to there for the midweek, and they lost. So I'm not really worried about it. Wake is a really good team. They have a really good lineup, and their pitching actually looked pretty good. So I like them. So there's our power rankings. We each have our own power rankings. And then
I'm glad I got to go for my number 10.
Oh, go ahead, Nate.
I'm really glad. I don't even want to go anymore.
You don't even want to go.
You just get into it.
It's your 10.
Can you just
Florida State.
Say it?
Florida State.
Florida State. Next topic.
Put them on my 2.
What?
When did I put Florida State at? Like my 3?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I do.
You should put Vanderbilt 9. Vanderbilt's maybe 19.
You think 19? 19 is so low. I could say maybe that lowest I'd put them is 15.
I don't know if I'd say all that.
Said he says no.
I don't know. All right. Well, let's talk about some matchups this weekend.
Let's think to pick them.
Yeah. Yo, we'll start. All right. Yo, do you want to pick our 10 favorite games of the weekend? And we'll do
No, I'll read them. I'll read some off that I'm excited about.
Because I want to make a graph. All right, whatever. We'll do a post.
We can talk about that.
We'll do a post. We'll do a post separate. I have the schedule up right now.
Of us picking our teams.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a post.
I got you. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Where are you looking at to see the schedule? I want to see the schedule.
D1
it's on
baseball.
D1 baseball. The app.
The what?
That D1 baseball app.
D1 baseball app.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
One game I'm excited about is TCU versus Michigan.
I'm on that right now. I was about to say that.
TCU versus Michigan. I got Is it a series?
No, it's a tournament. It's just a one game.
If it's the one game, I got Michigan. I think Michigan, they're hot. They're gonna stay hot. I don't think anything's gonna slow them down. The only way they lose is if they literally beat themselves. TCU's not that good.
I don't know. I don't want to say TCU's not that good because they went in there and beat up a good team, but yeah, I'm also gonna take Michigan. Not much explanation. They had a really good weekend, and I think they're a pretty underrated team overall. They have a lot of talent. I like what they're doing there. Yes.
Yeah, Michigan. Nate said TCU is not good, so whatever Nate says goes.
At least we're learning. All right.
Another matchup. Let me see. I'm going to Kentucky at Belmont. Yay.
Kentucky at Belmont. Belmont pulling off the upset.
I think so, yeah. It'll be really good. Ben Cleaver is pitching my best friend, so this will be good.
He struck me out before. I made a TikTok about him.
Are you serious?
Yes. No, look, hold on. I'm going to show you right now what I told him.
Him and I are really good friends.
No, he struck me out like 3 times.
Is he playing at Belmont or Kentucky now? He's at Kentucky,
where's it?
right?
It's actually funny.
He goes to
Yeah, I was going to say Ben's at Kentucky.
Can you read that? Can you read it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What did you post that on? I want to watch this.
TikTok.
My TikTok.
Another matchup.
I got numbers in my pen. So, yeah, I'm picking Kentucky and Ben's pitching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am too. ECU and UNC. It's a fun matchup. ECU versus North Carolina.
North Carolina, but
I mean, I know, but it's still a good matchup. ECU
didn't look good at all.
I mean, you gotta have hope.
I don't.
Virginia, Oregon State. Game of the week.
Virginia, Oregon State.
Oregon State.
I got Virginia.
I got Oregon State.
I have Virginia.
Give me the Beavs.
Yeah, I got Virginia. I'm probably gonna bet on that game actually.
Give me the Beavs.
No, I got Henry Ford. Henry Ford's not that good. He's gonna lock in.
Give me the Beavs.
UTK plays Sam Bird.
Who?
Blowout.
Sam Bird in Alabama.
UTK?
Tennessee.
Yeah. University of Tennessee at Knoxville.
we call him Tennessee around here.
Oh, okay, good.
We call him Tennessee around here. It's crazy. Saturday. Shit. If D1 baseball ever loads and I can switch to the day and scroll. Saturday, we have Michigan
These
TCU.
are all awful.
Oh, Michigan TCU's a series.
Yeah, so that's what I said. Now I got TCU winning the series.
No, never mind. No, it's not. It's just like not, bro. I don't think this is
Ohio State and Coastal Carolina.
I need
That's gonna be a good game.
Ohio State and Coastal Carolina. I think Ohio.
I got Coastal Carolina though. Yeah.
I think Ohio State loses.
Caden, best catcher of the country.
Yeah, I think Ohio State gets murdered in that.
I think they get. Why my glasses keep falling off?
I need to look up the schedule online now. Like this isn't
Eastern Kentucky and Ole Miss is on Saturday as well.
Eastern. No, Ole Miss is good.
Yeah.
Well, these games suck.
There's literally no good games.
Yeah, no, it's shitty it's shitty non-conference, but there'll be some good games. There'll be some
Navy
good games.
Forces this weekend. That'll be interesting.
Where's LSU play?
Oregon State, Oklahoma. Oregon State, Oklahoma in the second game of the Texas whatever tournaments in Texas. There's 2 tournaments in Texas this weekend.
You say tournament?
Yeah, there's 2 tournaments. Both are in Texas, so I have no idea which one.
You don't say tournament?
Tournament? Same thing.
Tournament.
LSU plays Omaha.
Huh?
LSU plays Omaha. Wait, no, a good game? A good game is going to be? What do you say?
LSU. Oh, yeah, LSU plays Omaha. You're right.
A good game is going to be Cal Poly versus Texas A&M.
You think that's going to be a good game?
Cal Poly's good.
Cal Poly's decent. It could be a good game. I wouldn't be
Okay.
shocked. I think St. John's and Wake Forest.
Texas A&M this
I
weekend?
think St. John's and Wake Forest is going to be a good series. NC State, Alabama is going to be a good game. All right, yeah, let's talk about that. St. John's, Wake Forest is a good series.
No. What, Aaron? What'd you say?
I said NC State versus Alabama.
No, you said did you watch them last week?
I said, did you watch Texas A&M this weekend? I feel like if
Yeah, I
that's
did
not-
watch A&M last weekend.
I didn't watch them at all,
That's
and I
Okay.
don't want to until we play them. But
Nate's,
like I said,
Nate.
no.
That's the thing. Nate's like so biased that Nate just doesn't watch other teams. Like Nate just watches LSU games, and then he watches like
I watch like teams from other conferences.
I want to add a team I was impressed by this weekend, UCI. They did really well.
they did do good. UC Irvine did well.
Oh, yeah, they did good.
Yeah.
They beat
They
Campbell.
played Texas
That's
Tech.
not Campbell.
Yeah.
Again, that'll be an interesting series.
Yeah, another one game tournament format play. Arkansas, TCU,
Alabama versus
Alabama,
State.
NC State is good.
that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
SDSU
I
played
have Alabama pulling up the upset.
I do too. I have just LeBron walk off home run. Crowd goes wild.
That would be so lit. And LeBron does it. Anyways, TCU, Arkansas. It's a good
That's
game.
not gonna be close. Arkansas.
I
Actually, no,
think-
I got TCU. I think I got TCU. I'm not impressed.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I have Arkansas, but I think it's gonna be a close game. And then Sunday, is there any good games on Sunday in these tournaments? Arkansas, Michigan. It's a good game. Michigan might pull off the upset. I don't know. It's possible. NC State versus Coastal. What do we have? NC State versus Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina.
I got NC State.
I got Coastal in that one, but I think NC
Why is
State.
it like me and Aiden against Nate? Why is he just want to pick different than us every time? He wants to do-
I like Coastal. I think they're
I
top.
don't know ball.
How do I not know ball?
How do I not know ball?
Listen to what you said earlier.
What did I say?
No, she's talking about something. Vanderbilt ranked this. Florida, they didn't really impress me. Okay, but Vanderbilt impressed you.
Damn. Anyways,
I'm getting
Right.
grilled.
yeah,
What?
I'm getting grilled.
a little bit.
No, you're not, bro, man, it's just, you just don't know ball. Don't know ball. Now everyone knows ball. Now everyone can be born with it. I was born
Maybe
to
if
know
I
ball.
tried really hard to know ball, maybe I would, but I'm not trying as hard as you are. I'm glad you have so much time to spend watching baseball. I don't.
You go to games, taking pictures. You have you
Yeah. And while I'm at a game, I can only focus on that game. I can't watch 10 games at a time.
trust me. I watch LSU, and then I go to D1 baseball and post final scores.
Oh.
I watch LSU. I'm loyal to my team.
Terrific.
Do you think LSU? You think
Why-
Vanderbilt beat LSU in the series?
No.
No, thank you.
Why did you just decide instead of like Blaine being here, you just like had anger that you needed to take out on someone? So it was like,
Do they play, or you're just making things up?
oh, they probably play.
Why are you making your background like that?
All right, this live is all right. Well, we could talk on Zoom. I think that Nate's ran out of ideas and things to talk.
No,
about
I
for
run
a
out of days.
while.
I swear I haven't.
Oh
Nate,
God.
I
That's
can
great.
keep talking. I can keep talking for like an hour.
I don't think we need more ideas. I think we're good. I think I'm good.
yeah. We could cut. We can end the episode.
I know. No, let's do a golden
Uh,
wait. Okay. No,
Let's
we
do.
did that last week.
We did Golden Spikes.
Let's do a player we're most impressed with this week.
We did that.
No, we didn't. A player?
Yeah.
We talked about players we were impressed
And
with.
I said RJ Hampton.
RJ Austin. RJ Hampton's a
RJ Austin. Who's
basketball.
RJ Hampton?
RJ Hampton's a basketball.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yo.
This is what I'm talking about. RJ Hampton.
No.
Name.
I know who
What?
RJ. Yo.
I don't. He's
They have the
non-existent.
same name.
Who?
RJ Hampton and RJ Austin.
Yeah, one's good and one isn't.
Oh, do you know who RJ Hampton is?
No, I don't at all. But I know RJ Austin is good at baseball.
He is good at baseball. He's great at baseball. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode. We will be back next week with another live podcast. And to be honest, I don't know what it's going to entail because every week is unpredictable and a surprise.
Let's talk about
Hopefully we
UFC.
have a
You watch
guest.
UFC?
Huh?
No? Okay, sorry. You don't watch UFC?
I watch UFC. Yes, I do watch UFC.
No, that's another day. All right, we can wrap it up. I'm done.
All
Oh,
right.
it's time to go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna finish my outro then. Yeah, Aaron's ready to go too. We're all ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. I don't know who will be on. It'll be a surprise.
Surprise party.